Bachelor's Grove Cemetery is Chicago's paranormal battleground. On this segment of Voices of Intelligence with Ethan Cross and Selene Ward, and I am the producer, Edward Shanahan. Enjoy.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're venturing into a place where Chicago's deep history and, well, the spine-tingling world of the paranormal aren't just neighboring.
They've completely intertwined.
Exactly. We're heading to Bachelor's Grove Cemetery. Now, when you think of a haunted cemetery, you might picture certain things, right?
Sure, standard spooky stuff.
But this one-acre plot isn't just known, it's renowned globally. Okay, let's unpack this. You might think you know haunted cemeteries, but Bachelor's Grove offers something truly unique.
It's remarkable, isn't it? How such a small space can hold so many different narratives. What's fascinating here is how a single acre can become a crucible for so many different narratives. And this isn't just about shadowy figures or, unexplained noises. It's really a profound look at how we as humans engage with history.
Right.
How we grapple with mystery and explore our own deepest beliefs about what might lie beyond.
So our mission today.
Yeah, our goal is to sort of peel back these layers, the history, the legends, and even the very human conflicts surrounding Bachelor's Grove to really try and understand what has made it Chicago's infamous paranormal battleground.
Okay, let's start by anchoring ourselves in the history first, maybe before we step into the spectral side of things.
Good idea. Ground ourselves.
So Bachelor's Grove sits within the Rubio Woods Forest Preserve, tucked away near Midlothian, Illinois.
Right.
And this isn't some recent spooky sensation. Its roots go deep. Established possibly as early as 1836.
That's the estimate, yeah. The first recorded burial is a bit later.
1844. That makes it one of the oldest cemeteries in all of Cook County. Pretty significant.
Definitely.
And the name, Bachelor's Grove. Most people jump to conclusions, right? Thinking it's for single men or something.
Yeah, that's the common myth. But historians suggest it was originally Everden's cemetery.
Ah, okay.
And likely renamed after the Batchelder family, who were early settlers, not actual bachelors.
Gotcha. So for decades, right up until World War II, it was just a typical rural burial ground.
Pretty much. Peaceful, families would visit, tend graves, even had picnics there, believe it or not.
Wow, picnics. Sounds almost idyllic, doesn't it?
It really does. But then something shifted. Here's where it gets really interesting. How a peaceful spot began its transformation.
Into something far more unsettling.
Indeed. That peaceful existence started to fray pretty significantly after World War II.
How so?
Well, families moved away, suburbs grew, people spread out. So fewer people were visiting the graves regularly.
Makes sense. Natural decline.
But what really sealed his fate and kind of accelerated the decline was a crucial road realignment.
Oh.
Yeah, the old route that once led right to the cemetery became isolated, cut off, and it quickly turned into what people called a lover's lane.
Ah, okay. Secluded.
Exactly. And that seclusion, plus maybe a younger crowd looking for unsupervised spots.
Yeah.
No, unfortunately, it led to underage drinking, parties, misbehavior.
Not good for a cemetery.
Definitely not. By the 1960s and 70s, the vandalism was just rampant. Graves were broken into, headstones stolen.
Stolen? Where did they go?
Some were just smashed. Others apparently brazenly tossed into a nearby quarry pond.
Unbelievable.
And disturbingly, there were even reports, evidence found, of maybe satanic rituals on the grounds.
Wow. That's dark.
Very.
Wow.
So the last actual body burial was 1965. Then the last interment of ashes in 89.
So inactive for decades now, really.
Right. But its neglect by the living kind of inadvertently turned it into this magnet for the intrigued, the curious, and, well, maybe something else entirely. This raises an important question. How does neglect by the living so often invite the legends of the dead? It's a pattern, you see.
It really is. And what powerful legends they became at Bachelor's Grove. It isn't just known for one ghost.
Oh, no.
It's like a whole ensemble of chilling tales. Things that speak to different fears, different fascinations.
Absolutely. You hear all sorts of reports.
Like strange lights, right? Dancing in the darkness.
Uh-huh. Phantom vehicles, too, supposedly on the old Midlothian Turnpike nearby.
And that vanishing farmhouse story keeps popping up.
It does. But the most iconic claim, the one that really cemented its fame, that goes back to 1991.
That's the photograph.
That's the one. Taken by a paranormal researcher, Judy Huffels. Infrared photo.
of the White Lady, or the Madonna of Bachelor's Grove, they call her.
Exactly. And the image itself is just striking.
Can you describe it?
It shows this semi-transparent figure of a woman dressed in white, seated on a tombstone. Her dress almost seems to glow against the darkness.
It's chilling. And the legend that grew around her.
Very poignant. The story goes she's a grieving mother, forever searching for her lost child in the cemetery.
Wow. That's an image and a story that just sticks with you, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. And that photo is definitely a cornerstone of the whole Bachelor's Grove legend.
But it's not just her, right? There are other stories swirling around.
Oh yeah. Beyond the White Lady, you've got other compelling narratives adding to the mystique.
Like the phantom farmhouse you mentioned.
Right. This spectral two-story Victorian house. People claim it appears in the woods, sometimes with a glowing light.
And then
Then it supposedly shrinks or just vanishes as they get closer.
Yeah.
Very strange.
And what about the farmer?
Ah, yes. The farmer, it is plow horse. Seen near the slough, the watery area. The belief is they drowned there in some kind of tragic plowing accident years ago.
Man. And then there's the maybe grittier stuff, the mob connections.
Yeah, that's the more controversial myth.
Yeah.
Claims that Al Capone, other Chicago mobsters,
uses the cemetery.
and the pond next to it, yeah,
Yeah.
as a convenient dumping ground for victims.
Oof. That adds a whole other layer of darkness.
It definitely does. These are the kinds of stories, true or not, that turn a forgotten place into a sort of dark cultural landmark.
So these incredible stories draw people in, but what happens when all that human interest clashes with a place that's meant for, eternal rest?
That's a great point.
When you look at all these claims, the White Lady photo, the mob stories, so what does this all mean for those seeking answers? What's the real draw? History. Spooks.
That's a fantastic question because it's right there at that intersection that the true, maybe complicated power of Bachelor's Grove emerges.
How so?
Well, you have historians, for example, who are quick to caution us. They say tales like the Phantom House, those mob body dumps, they largely remain folklore.
No hard evidence for the mob stuff.
No conclusive legal authority, no physical evidence has ever been presented to really back up those mob dumping allegations.
Okay.
However, and this is key, despite the lack of definitive proof for some tales, the emotional impact, the staying power of these stories, you just can't overstate it.
They feel real to people.
Exactly. You have to acknowledge that the narratives, and especially powerful images like that White Lady photo, they keep the site vividly alive in the public imagination.
Creates the chills.
Right. They continue to create those compelling, chilling experiences for visitors. If we connect this to the bigger picture, we see how readily human imagination fills the gaps where facts are scarce.
Turning an old cemetery into
a living, breathing myth. It's almost like the stories themselves become part of the place's identity, woven into the soil.
And that leads us right into another fascinating layer, doesn't it? Because Bachelor's Grove hasn't just become famous for spirits, it's actually become a highly contested site among the living.
That's absolutely right. A battleground.
Its notoriety sparked this. Well, you called it a battleground among different groups, didn't you?
Yeah, it's become that. Its fame led to some pretty fierce competition. Investigators, tour guides, authors, all sort of seeking to claim the site as their stage for paranormal exploration.
It sounds kind of messy.
It is fascinating and, frankly, a bit tragic too. Because the very attention that made it famous from paranormal enthusiasts, ironically, it also fueled its destruction. Preservationists were very vocal about this.
Accusing ghost hunters of causing vandalism.
Openly. Arguing that the sensational stories just brought bad luck and more desecration. There's even a quote from a local historian writing to a ghost tour operator, saying bluntly, "Your stories bring nothing but bad luck and vandalism."
Ouch. Wow, that really shows the tension. Here's where it gets really interesting, the tension between reverence and recreation.
Exactly, but there was a counter-argument.
From the investigators.
Yeah. They argued their attention actually kept the site alive, relevant, and that it brought in volunteers for needed cleanups and restoration efforts. So two very different views.
And the authorities, the police, forest preserve folks.
Oh, they're definitely caught in the middle. And quite weary, I'd say, of the constant stream of thrill seekers and vandals the place attracts.
It's closed at night, right?
Officially closed dusk till dawn. And they do issue tickets, make arrests for trespassing. They're serious about it.
Trying to keep control.
Trying to. You hear some pretty blunt statements from authority figures, too, like one saying, there are no ghosts there, just an old cemetery.
Just trying to manage the situation, maybe deter people.
I think so. Discourage the illegal nighttime visits that often lead to trouble.
So it's this real tug of war. People trying to protect sacred ground, others drawn by this powerful, mysterious allure.
Of real conflict.
And this human battle for control, for interpretation. It's involved some pretty notable figures in Chicago's paranormal scene over the years.
Well, definitely. You've got pioneers like Richard T. Crowe.
The ghost hunter and tour operator, yeah, he really helped popularize it.
And Dale Kaczmarek, founder of the Ghost Research Society. He did a lot of work there from the mid-'80s onward, really put it on the map for investigators.
And Ursula Bielski.
Historian, founder of the Chicago Ghost Society, another key voice. But there's one perspective that I find particularly profound.
Who's that?
Edward Shanahan. He's a psychic medium, and he first explored Bachelor's Grove way back in 1974 when he was just 16.
Wow, so he has a long history with the place. What's his take?
He offers this really insightful view. He sees Bachelor's Grove not just as a spooky spot, but as a sacred place.
Secret house.
Sacred with grief, with memory, where families laid their loved ones to rest. He acknowledges that the paranormal stories do give it life. He gets the draw.
Ah.
But he stresses that respect must guide our curiosity. Always.
That makes sense.
He argues the true battleground isn't really ghosts versus skeptics in the woods, but rather it's in our struggle to balance curiosity with reverence.
Huh. Our internal struggle.
Exactly. He believes the dead deserve more than to just be props in our stories.
That's powerful.
It really is. What's fascinating here is how Edward Shanahan connects the specific site to a universal human struggle, how we interact with the legacies of the past.
Especially when they intersect with our fascination with the unknown.
Precisely. It's a deeply challenging idea, actually.
That is a profound way to look at it. A real challenge to our own, fascination with these things. It makes you realize Bachelor's Grove really does go beyond the typical haunted cemetery story.
So much more.
It's more than just a spooky spot. It's like this living, breathing reflection of human fear, our endless fascination with the unknown.
And this constant battle for ownership.
Yeah. Not just of land, but of stories, of legacies. It really makes you pause and think about what we're really looking for when we seek out these kinds of places.
Absolutely. And, whether the White Lady is a haunting myth, a genuine message from beyond, or maybe just a trick of the light in a camera lens.
Does it almost matter?
Well, the stories themselves undeniably reveal more about us, the living, than they necessarily do about the dead.
How so?
They speak volumes about our anxieties, our deep-seated need for mystery in a world that often tries to explain everything away.
Uh-huh.
And also our capacity for both really deep reverence and, unfortunately, profound neglect, too.
Uh-huh.
It forces us to confront how we choose to remember or maybe forget those who came before us. So, for you, listening right now, this raises an important question for you to ponder. In every ghost story, what part of humanity is truly haunting us?
That's a heavy thought to end on.
It is. Bachelor's Grove, in the end, it remains Chicago's paranormal battleground, absolutely. But perhaps, in all its complexities, it's also its most powerful teacher.